In October, the Bears dominated their first matchup against the Vikings. Can Minnesota get revenge? Find out next on Madden Football.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside. Push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there. It's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy. Getting it done, but they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And here's Ryan Wright now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Jones on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. From the 25, here's second down and 3. He'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Here's Jones on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The Bears at 4-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
We often hear the play. He finds him for the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. These 2 teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to collect on 3rd.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. Kenenuagu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, this is Madison.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jones. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations.
There he goes, right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Touchdown, Bears! Tyler Scott, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Longer now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. A give up the middle to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6. That's out to the flat for Akers. Touchdown, Vikings! Cam Akers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
When you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That second down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll drop to throw. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. It's a run with Akers. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now he's loose at the 40. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, Chicago! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. Back to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try to help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Jefferson moving in motion left. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called him.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
So this one in the win column.